Today we're doing a brief practice, 20, 30 minutes, Hatha based. The one rule of yoga as far as I'm concerned is if something hurts, then that's your body's way of saying that you shouldn't do it. So if I asked you to do something during this practice and it hurts, then by all means skip that, wait for the next thing, freestyle for a while. I don't care, just don't do something that hurts. All right, come standing in the front of your mat, close your eyes, bring your hands to heart center. Take just a few breaths here before we start moving. On your next inhale, let your arms drop down, open your eyes. Exhale here. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. And then exhale, swan dive forward. You can bend your knees if it helps on the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, coming up to a flat back. Exhale, fold into your legs. And then inhale, rise, coming all the way back up. And exhale, bring those hands to heart center. We're doing two more just like that. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold into your legs. And inhale, rise, coming all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. One more like that, and then we're changing it up. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold into your legs. And then inhale, rise, coming all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Turn your right palm out. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. Inhale here. Exhale, hips are going to go to the right. Torso is going to come to the left. On your next inhale, come back up to center. You're going to change sides. Left palm turns out. Grab the left wrist with the right hand. Inhale here. Exhale, hips go left. Torso comes right. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back into your legs. Bring your right hand down in front of your face on the floor or a block. Bend the right knee as you inhale, reach your left arm up into the air. Exhale to sweep that left arm down. Inhale, reach back up. Two more. Exhale, sweep it down. Inhale, reach it up. Last one, inhale, sweep it down. Exhale, reach it up, pause here. Right knee is bent, left leg is straight. Good, we're here for 3, 2, and 1. Forward fold, straightening both legs. Inhale, halfway lift again. Exhale, fold into your legs, put your left hand down in the left knee as you inhale, reach your right arm up. And exhale, sweep that arm down. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, sweep it down. One more time, inhale, reach it up. Exhale, sweep it down. Inhale, reach it up, hold it here. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Forward fold, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands down. Step your right leg back into a lunge. Lower your knee to the ground. Walk your hands up to the top of the front knee. Press the knee away. And stay here and breathe. If this is too much, you can use blocks. Putting the blocks either side of your foot and keeping your hands on the blocks. Step your hands down to the floor. Curl your back toes under. Lift that knee up. And step that foot forward to meet the other one. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold into your legs. This time we're going to step that left leg back over the left knee to the ground. And again, you can have your hands on blocks, or maybe bring those hands to the top of that front knee. Press the knee away. Stay here and breathe. Bring your hands down to the floor. Curl those back toes under. Lift the knee up and step it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold into those legs. And inhale, rise, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Moving on again, inhale, hands up. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant those hands down. Step your right leg back into a lunge. Lower that knee to the ground. Walk your hands up to the top of the front knee again. Stay here or drop your arms back, or even more. Reach those arms overhead. Good, we're here for 5, 4, One, bring those hands down, either side of that front foot, curl the back toes under. You're gonna step back, plank pose. It's like top of a push-up. You can stay on your toes or lower your knees down. Come all the way down to your belly. Once you're here, you're gonna come up on your elbows. Bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Pull your elbows back, pull your chest through, inhale. As you exhale, you're gonna start to pull your ribs away from the floor, belly away from the floor, pelvis away from the floor, thighs. And then thighs down, pelvis down, belly down, ribs down, chest up. Two more, ribs away, belly away, pelvis away, thighs. And then thighs down, pelvis down, belly down, ribs down, chest through. One more like that and move on. Pull the ribs away, belly away, pelvis away, thighs. And then thighs down, pelvis down, belly down, ribs down, chest through. Take a moment, come all the way down to your belly. Reach your arms back behind you. Turn your palms out. Your thumbs are reaching up. Inhale, lift everything up. We're going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lower down. Hands come underneath your shoulders. Shrug your shoulders to your ears. Lift them towards the ceiling, then roll them behind you. From here, lift up cobra, light little cobra. Lower it down, press onto all fours, and then press back down dog. Stay here and breathe. And then inhale, come up on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. You're gonna walk those feet forward to your hands. Take as many steps as you need. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold into your legs. And inhale, rise, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Other side, inhale, hands up. Exhale, swan diving forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant those hands down, step that left leg back, lower that knee to the ground. Bring your hands up to the top of the front knee. Stay here or drop the arms down or even reach those arms up. Good, we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those hands down, curl the back toes under, lift that knee, step it back, plank pose. Again, we're lowering down to plank. You can bring those knees to the floor, lower down onto your belly. Bring those elbows underneath your shoulders. Pull the elbows back, pull the chest through. This is Sphinx pose. Now we're going to do some ab roll-ups. Pull the ribs away, belly away, pelvis away, thighs. And then thighs down, pelvis down, belly down, ribs down, chest through. 2 more, ribs away, belly away, pelvis away, thighs. And then thighs down, pelvis down, belly down, ribs down, chest through. Last one for today. Ribs away, belly away, pelvis away, thighs. And then thighs down, pelvis down, belly down, ribs down, chest through. Come all the way down. Rest your forehead in your hands for just a breath or 2. And then lift your head back up. You're going to bring your hands behind you again. Rotate, palms out, thumbs up. Inhale, lift everything up. Holding it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, hands underneath your shoulders. Again, lift the shoulders to your ears and then the ceiling, and then roll them back towards your feet. Inhale, lift it up, cobra. And exhale, press it back, down dog. In this down dog, alternate, bend one knee and then the other. And then press both heels down towards the floor. Inhale, come up on your toes. Exhale, put a little bit of a bend in your knees. Walk those feet forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold into our legs, and then inhale, rise, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Let's go ahead and balance. We're just gonna do tree pose. So bring the weight into your right foot, come up on the ball of your left foot. You can either just bring the foot to the ankle, you can bring it to the calf, stay away from the knee, or you can bring it all the way up to the inner thigh. If it's on the inner thigh, press the foot and leg together, hands come to heart center. If you have your balance, you can reach your hands up, separate the hands out. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay in the pose if you can. Bring that left hand to the inside of the left thigh. Reach that right arm up. Tilt slightly over to the left. Good. And then bring it back up through center. Bring that left foot down. Changing sides. Weight comes into the left leg. Come on the ball of the right foot. Ankle, calf. Again, you're avoiding the knee. Or bring it to the inner thigh. Usually use your hand to get it up there. Bring your hands to heart center. Stay here or reach those arms overhead. Separate the hands. Supinate the pinky fingers, turn them in slightly. Good. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that right hand, bring it to the inside of the right knee. Inhale here, exhale, tilt over to the right. And then bring it back up. Bring your hands together, put the foot down. Nice. Inhale, scoop those arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands down. Step your right leg back into a lunge. And this time you're going to stay on those toes. Keep your right hand down. Inhale, reach your left arm into the air. Good. Keep pulling my left hip back. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring that hand down. Step your back foot in a little bit so that you can straighten both legs. If you need to use your blocks, use your blocks. Inhale, come up to a flat back. And exhale, fold over those legs. Good. Really keep pressing back through the right foot. Pull that right hip back. Good. Bend that front knee again. Bring your hands either side of that front foot. Step it back. Plank pose. Top of a push-up. Straight or bent legs. Again, coming all the way down to your belly. We're just lifting straight up into cobra. Lower it down. Press back. Down dog. Inhale, come up on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. And walk those feet forward to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold into your legs. Inhale, rise, coming all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands down. Step your left leg back into a lunge. Bend that front knee. Keep that left hand on the floor. Inhale, sweep your right arm up. Into a little bit of an open twist. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that hand down. Step that back foot in a little bit so you can straighten both legs. Make sure you keep pulling that right hip back. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold over that front leg. Rebend that knee, plant your hands down, step it back, plank pose. Again, with straight or bent legs, you're going to lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, lift up into cobra. And exhale, press back, down dog. Inhale, come up on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. You're going to step, walk, jump, or maybe hop it forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold into our leg. And inhale, rise, coming all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. If you have a block, reach down and grab your block. It will be helpful in the next pose. We're just going to step that right leg back. Give it a good step back. Try to have your hips more or less facing towards the front of your mat. Your back toes angled out slightly. You're going to bring the block into that right hand. Right leg is back. Right hand has the block. Inhale here, exhale. Fold from the hips. Let that left hip go back. Bring the block down to the floor if you have it. If you don't, you can bring your hand to your shin. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Turn the torso towards that straight leg. Reach that left arm into the air. Good. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. Exhale, fold back in. Step that back leg forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold back into your legs. Inhale, rise, come all the way up. You can bring that block with you if you have it. And exhale, hands to heart center or with the block. Okay, Pavarija Trikonasana on the other side. You're gonna step that left leg back. Toes are turned out slightly. Turn your hips towards the front. Bring the block into the left hand, right hand's on the hip. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold from that hip crease. Bring your hand down either onto the block or you can put it on your shin. Lengthen through the spine. Turn the torso towards the straight leg. Reach that top arm up. Good. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold it in. And step that back foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold into your legs. And inhale, rise, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands down. We're going to step straight back into down dog. From here, you're going to inhale, you're going to reach that right leg into the air. As you exhale, you're going to bring your right knee towards your right wrist. And your shin's going to come across the body, heel towards your pelvis. And then check back, make sure that that left leg is going straight back. If your hip is in the air, you need to put a block under it. You can jam a blanket or a towel under it. If this bothers your knee, then skip this pose. Puff your chest, staying up here, pigeon, or maybe you feel comfortable coming all the way down onto your elbows, or even farther down. Good, we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk your hands back in and drop over onto this right hip. Bend that left knee and reach back and grab the heel, bringing the heel in towards your hip. And then if this doesn't feel like much, you should be feeling a stretch in your quadricep. If you're not feeling much of a stretch, then you can take this left leg and you can step it back, maybe to get your knees in alignment, or maybe not quite there. And you're bringing the heel straight back towards the hip. Again, if this hurts your knee, then don't do it. And then from here, you're gonna let that go. You're gonna come back onto all fours and press back into down dog. Changing sides, inhale, reach the left leg into the air. Exhale, you're gonna bring your left knee towards your left wrist. Shins coming diagonally across the body, heel is towards the pelvis. Slide that right leg back. Look back, make sure that foot is going straight back. Puff the chest up. You're welcome to stay here, or maybe you're comfortable coming down onto your elbows. Maybe you're coming all the way down. Just choose what works for you. And again, if this is terrorizing your knee, skip this one. 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk those hands back in. Drop over onto your left hip. Bend that right knee, reach back, grab hold of the foot. Hug that foot in. And the foot can be more forward if that's what you need to be able to reach the foot, then you can be forward. But if you're not feeling much of a stretch, you're gonna move that leg back until you do feel a stretch. And again, the heel is coming all the way back towards the backside. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, let that go. Come back out onto all fours. And then I'm just turning sideways so you can see what we're doing here. I'm gonna curl all 10 toes under and then start to come back. And if this is enough, if you're already feeling a lot of stretch in your toes and your feet, you stay here because this pose can be pretty intense. Or maybe you can come all the way up till you're sitting on the heels. Keep your shoulders back. This pose I've heard it called toe crunch asana, but I've also heard it called broken toe pose, because unless you do this pose frequently, it might feel like all of your toes are broken about now. If it becomes too much, just take a little break. You won't be here much longer. Two more breaths. Good. And then come out from that, coming back onto all fours, and then just take a moment and thwack. It's a technical term. Thwack the tops of your feet onto your mat. Good. And then let that go. From here, we're going to come into a stretch for the shoulders. So when you come all the way down onto your belly on the mat, reach your right arm out to the side. The least intense version of the pose, the arm is straight. More intense version, the arm is bent to a 90-degree angle. You want it to be about shoulder height. Okay? And again, this is when you really want to pay close attention to how it feels on the shoulder. If it starts to become too much, then don't go that far. So you're going to bring your right arm is out, bring the left hand in front of your left shoulder, and you're just going to start to roll your body over towards the right. Okay, so it may be just a little bit of a roll. You may have your knees bent in front of you, or maybe this top leg, you can bring it all the way to the floor behind you. Your head can drop down to the floor. If your head doesn't reach the floor, maybe you can put a block or a blanket underneath it. And then come all the way onto your belly. We're going to do the other side. You're going to bring the left arm out to the side. You want to have it about shoulder height, maybe slightly higher. Right hand comes in front of the opposite shoulder. And again, you're going to need to roll a little bit or a lot, depending on what works for you. Let the head drop down. If that doesn't work, put a block on it or under it. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Let that go. Come back onto your belly. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press up onto all fours, and then just swing your legs around in front of you. We have about 3 more poses before Shavasana. So bring your legs out in front of you. Bend your right knee. Stack your right knee on top of your left knee. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And maybe you're feeling plenty here, in which case you stay. Otherwise, maybe you start to walk those hands forward. Curl the toes back. Especially that pinky toe. The pinky toe likes to try to get away. Pull it back. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk those hands back in. Let that right foot go. Pick up the left foot, put the left knee on top of the right knee. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And again, you're welcome to stay here. If you're feeling enough, stay there. Or you can start to walk your hands forward. You're curling, you're pressing through the heel, you're curling the toes back, especially the pinky toe side of the foot. Maybe you can hold on to the foot, but you get really nothing out of it besides something to hold on to. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk those hands back in. Straighten that leg out. And you're going to bring the soles of both feet together. And if your knees are really high, like this, it can be helpful to sit up on your blanket. Usually it gets the knees a little bit lower to the floor. If, on the other hand, your knees are fairly low to the floor, you might get more of a stretch if you pick up your seat, move your seat closer towards your feet. Okay, if you remove your hands and your spine does this, then you're going to stay with your hands behind you. But if you can keep the spine long, then maybe you can start to reach forward. You can either keep your hands on your feet or walk your hands forward. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So walk your hands back in. Bring your hands to the outsides of your knees. And guide your knees back up towards the ceiling. From here, you're going to use a block if you have it. If you don't have a block, or if a block is too much for you, you can try putting a blanket or a pillow underneath your hips. Block works for me, so I'm going to use the block. And I'm going to turn slightly at an angle so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, this is sort of like what I classify as lazy back bends. They're my favorite. All right, so come down onto your back. I'm going to bend your knees with the soles of your feet onto the floor. Lift your hips up. Put the block underneath your sacrum. It's a triangular bone at the base of your spine. So the block's under my butt. It's not underneath my back. Okay? So you're welcome to just stay right here if this works for you. Otherwise, some options that we're going to run into. You're going to take your right knee. You're going to pick that right knee in towards your chest. You're going to hold on in front of the shin or behind the hamstring, whichever works better for you. And then that left leg, we're going to straighten it out. Press through the heel, curl the toes back. Maybe you're comfortable with your heel on the floor, maybe you're not. If this is too much on your low back, and then bend your knees, put both feet back on the floor again. All right, so that left leg, the one that is straight, you're going to put the heel on the floor, you're going to drag that foot back in, left foot is on the floor, bring the right foot down to meet it, changing sides, bring that right knee in towards your chest. Either hold on in front of the shin or behind the hamstring. And the right leg, either keep it here or straighten it out, curl the toes back towards the shin. Either the heel is on the floor or the heel is lifted, whatever is more comfortable for you. If none of it is comfortable for you, feet on the floor. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. That leg that is straight. You're going to put the heel on the floor. You're going to drag that foot in. So right foot is down. Now the left foot is down to meet it. The last one, definitely optional. Make sure that it doesn't feel painful on your low back. It should feel good. So if this doesn't feel good, there's no point in doing it. You can straighten one at a time, both legs out. Maybe your arms also come overhead. And again, if you're okay with the legs, but the arms are too much, then keep the arms down. This is the counter pose to all of that time that we spend sitting in a chair. And I know I spend too much time sitting in a chair. If the arms are overhead, bring the arms back down. If the legs are straight, then the legs one at a time. With the feet on the floor, press into the feet, lift the hips up, get the block out of the way. And then from here, you're just going to bring your knees in towards your chest. Rock them side to side, actually move them in circles in one direction. And then pause, move them in circles in the other direction. And straighten your left leg out to the floor, bring your right knee in towards your chest, and then cross the right knee across the body, reaching your right arm out to the side. Look over towards the right. Come back up through center. Bring the left knee in to meet it. Let the right leg go this time. Bring the left knee across the body. Reach the left arm out to the left. Turn your gaze to the left. Bring it back through center, hug both knees in again, give them a squeeze. And then lengthen out into Shavasana. If you'd rather do a seated meditation, you can do that as well. If you're saying meditation on your back, you can wiggle your shoulder blades in underneath you. If you're more comfortable with your knees bent and your feet on the floor, you can do that as well. We're just going to take a short Shavasana. So close your eyes, let everything go. And then slowly start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. If you like, you can reach your arms overhead, taking a big stretch through your body. And then bend your knees one at a time, putting your feet on the floor, bringing your knees to your chest, and roll into fetal position on your right hand side. Press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. And then with your eyes still closed, I just ask you to take a few moments here at the end of your physical practice to engage in the practice of gratitude. Trying to think of at least 3 things you have to feel grateful for today. I am grateful to you for taking the time to do this yoga practice with me. Live your life fully. Love the people around you, but most importantly yourselves deeply. And above all, be happy. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be joyful and free. Namaste.